In a shadowy corner, away from prying eyes, sits a chair that seems to absorb the dim light around it, casting an eerie glow. But this chair is far from ordinary. It harbours a sinister and chilling past, one that has left an indelible mark on the inn. This is the Busby Stoop Chair, shrouded in whispers, shadows, and a terrifying history that refuses to be forgotten. Locals speak of the chair in hushed tones, their voices tinged with dread and apprehension. They recount tales of misfortune and death, each more harrowing than the last, painting a picture of relentless doom. They claim that sitting on this chair seals one's fate with swift and gruesome finality, a curse that spares no one. The chair's aura casts a dark and foreboding shadow over the inn, a palpable sense of dread. This is a place where the veil between our world and the supernatural is perilously thin, almost transparent. The shadows whisper of the chair's dark past, continuing to haunt the Busby Stoop Inn to this day, a reminder of its cursed existence. The chair's journey began in the 18th century, when it was crafted by a local carpenter for Thomas Busby, a notorious criminal. The year was 1702. Thomas Busby, known for his bad temper and love of drinking, was facing execution. His crime? Killing his father-in-law Daniel Orty over a fight about, what else, the Busby Stoop Chair. The story goes that Busby, drunk and angry, strangled Orty for sitting in his favourite chair. As he was taken to be hanged, Busby cursed the chair. He said anyone who sat in it would die quickly and without mercy. His words, full of anger and despair, seemed to stay in the air long after he was dead. Was it just the talk of a madman? Or did Busby, in his last moments, release a power stronger than death itself? The story started quietly, just whispers of bad luck. A local farmer ignored the warnings and sat in the chair. The next day, he fell from his hayloft and broke his neck. A young woman, dared by friends, sat on the cursed chair. She was found dead in a field, struck by lightning. Over time, the stories became more frequent and more gruesome. Accidents, illnesses, and strange events happened to anyone who sat in the chair. The whispers turned into facts, the rumors into undeniable truths. The chair, once a comfort, became a symbol of fear and death. World War II cast a long shadow over England. The Busby Stoop Inn, known for its eerie past, became a refuge for soldiers escaping the horrors of war. The cursed chair had been brought to the inn years earlier by a mysterious traveller. The inn's owner, unaware of its dark history, accepted it as a gift. Tired and seeking comfort, many found warmth in the pub's welcoming glow. One fateful night, a group of RAF airmen, laughing and joking, decided to test the legend of the haunted chair. With courage from their drinks, they each took a turn sitting in it. The locals watched with a mix of fear and acceptance, knowing the chair's dark history. By morning, devastating news spread quickly. The airmen's plane had crashed during a routine mission, leaving no survivors. The villagers, saddened but not surprised, believed the chair had claimed more lives. The inn owner, devastated by the tragedies linked to the chair, eventually left the inn, unable to bear the weight of its cursed history. The haunted chair of the Busby Stoop Inn seemed to have a deadly influence, even during wartime. The curse's grip tightens, a legacy of tragedy. After the war, the chair's deadly influence continued. The chair was passed down to the landlord from his grandfather, who had acquired it at an estate sale. A builder ignored the landlord's warnings and sat in the chair during his lunch break. He was later crushed by falling bricks. A delivery man, stopping for a quick drink, sat in the chair while waiting for his next order. He had a sudden heart attack and died behind the wheel of his truck. The stories continued, each more tragic than the last. A young woman, unaware of the chair's history, sat in it while visiting the pub. She later drowned in a nearby river. A traveling salesman, taking a break, chose the chair to rest. He was found dead in his hotel room the next morning. The chair's reputation grew, becoming a national legend. The Busby Stoop Chair became a symbol of bad luck, a curse that couldn't be ignored. By the 1970s, the number of deaths linked to the chair was too high to ignore. The chair, known for its dark past, had caused many deaths over the years, each incident more mysterious and chilling than the last. The landlord, Tony Earnshaw, was in a tough spot. He was dealing with both local superstitions and a real problem affecting his business. The chair's reputation had grown so notorious that it overshadowed everything else. People were too scared to come to his pub because of the cursed chair. The once busy pub had become empty, haunted by fear and rumors. The whispers of the chair's deadly legacy spread like wildfire. The atmosphere was thick with dread, a palpable sense of unease that no one could shake off. Desperate, Earnshaw made a big decision. He contacted the Thirsk Museum, offering to donate the cursed chair. It was a bold move driven by a need to save his livelihood. He hoped that by getting rid of the chair, he could free himself and his pub from its dark past. The weight of the chair's history was too much to handle. The museum, interested in the chair's bad reputation and stories, saw a chance to show a unique piece of local history. They agreed to take the chair, seeing it as a valuable addition to their collection. The chair was carefully taken out of the pub, wrapped in chains to prevent any more incidents, and moved to the museum with great care. The journey was tense, filled with an air of anticipation. It seemed like the air around it was filled with a strange, evil energy. The chair's presence was almost tangible. Finally, after years of causing deaths and fear, the Busby Stoop Chair had a new home in the museum. It was a relief for Earnshaw, but a new chapter for the chair. But the question remained, would its terror end there, or would the chair continue to spread fear from its new home? Only time would tell if the museum could contain its dark power. Behind velvet ropes, the chair today. The Thirsk Museum, once a quiet place for local artifacts, became famous for one particular item. The Busby Stoop Chair, now safely behind ropes, is their most popular exhibit. This chair, full of legend and mystery, has a dark history that fascinates many visitors. People from all over the world visit the museum, curious to see the famous chair. They come to hear the scary stories about it, passed down through generations, and to experience the eerie atmosphere surrounding it. Even in its new home, the chair's bad reputation remains. The stories of its curse and the bad luck of those who sat in it are well known and continue to intrigue. Museum staff have reported strange things. Sudden cold spots, weird noises, and a creepy feeling near the chair. Some even say they've seen shadows or felt an unseen presence near the exhibit. Some visitors feel dizzy or lightheaded near the chair, as if something unseen is trying to talk to them. Others feel a sudden chill or a sense of fear, making the experience unforgettable. The museum has a strict rule: no one can sit in the chair. This rule is to prevent harm and respect the chair's scary history, ensuring the safety of all visitors. The chair remains on display, a reminder of its deadly past. It stands as a symbol of superstition and the mystery of the unknown, captivating all who see it. The power of belief. Is the Busby Stoop Chair really cursed? Or is it just a regular chair that people have feared for years because of superstitions? The truth, like the chair, is still a mystery. But belief is powerful. Our minds can create both good and bad things. When we believe in something strongly, it can influence our lives. The stories about the Busby Stoop Chair might be true, or they might be exaggerated tales passed down over time. But the fear they cause is real, showing how strong human belief is and how darkness can be found in unexpected places. The unexplained fact, fiction, or a cursed reality. Some say the chair's story is just a series of coincidences, tragic events made into a compelling story. They point out there's no solid proof, just hearsay and stories. But the many incidents and consistent stories over the years make you wonder. Could there be forces in our world that we don't fully understand? Could a simple chair filled with a dying man's anger and sadness really become something dark and sinister? The truth, as with many mysteries, is probably somewhere between fact and fiction. Whether you believe in the curse or not, the Busby Stoop Chair reminds us that some things are best left alone, some mysteries unsolved.